Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is way more energy than I ever have, and today I'm going to talk about my favorite deck. I already hate this intro. This thing was so bad. What the f***? Let's just get into it. Hey, Core Swap. This is my pet deck. This is my legacy to Bakugan. I have nothing else going for me here. And now it's dead, so I want to do a deck profile about it because it doesn't compete with anything in Fusion Force, and I won a tournament I got second place in a tournament recently with it. So I figured perfect time to talk about it before I, Viking send it off into the sea. So for my Bakugan lineup, obviously I'm running the Mantinoid. It's the best of the Core Swap Bois. I've got Core Tertonium. Ultra is garbage. Tertonium Core has 2 helixes, which is pretty good. Another one I think is like a shield and a green fist, which is very cringe, and it has base 400 B power. Bad. And then we got Dragonoid Ultra. Just on a magic shield or a helix, he can match a Hydorus, so that's pretty nice. It's my only way to really deal with that usually, unless I've got the Core Swap Bois up. And I've got the minus 300 shields, 3 of those. 2 plus 600s just as a good core to have, and then a plus 6 sometimes comes up against Fury and Damage Winds type decks. To start off the deck, I've got 3 Hyper Mantinoid. It's just the best Core Swap Boy, being at 2 cost. Core Swap effects being when this opens, I can choose to swap cores with my opponent, just 1. That is also on resolution, so I can choose when it resolves and not when it triggers. Then I've got 3 Diamond Tertonium. He is worse than Mantinoid, but is better than Tertonium Ultra. Also, having 10 damage is actually decent against Fury and Damage Winds type decks. Feels pretty good to be on like 16 damage sometimes. Haha, you're dead. And then on to action cards. I've got 2 Ninja Gears. It's okay now. 100% just becomes Baku Treasures and fit the 3rd one in there eventually. It was just used to be able to reuse my my Core Swap Bois before I had anything else to do with them, or if I was stuck. Then I had 3 Quickfire, just a good reroll, and also being able to kill your opponent when they have no cards in deck is okay. I have 3 Dark Waters, just another good cheap reroll. The 200 is almost never relevant. I've got 3 Deep Dive, another good reroll, and also just a good way to draw cards. You can tell I like rerolls in this deck. It's to abuse the Core Swap Bois if my opponents want to respond to a bad swap and like switch to another core, and also to abuse things like Shun, which is another card I play in here. Then I've got 3 Super Fuel. I can get out Shun and Mantinoid's Evo as early as turn 1 with this, or Tertonium on turn 2, so that's pretty nice. And I can also just play other expensive cards, which aren't many, early, which is good. 3 Aqua Phi. It's just another way to use Core Swap, and it's also got the niche ability to take all cores and swap them instead of just 1. Mega Pega, not really relevant at all anymore, but that is something that you could use it against. People with Glimmering Glaive or HTN, also good against them. Don't know if those are going to be relevant going into Fusion Force, but we'll see. Then I have 3 Nature's Power, just a good, cheap, minus 500, very good card for Ventus. And I've got 3 Blinding Ink, just a good kind of catch-all to basically every good action card at the moment. Whoops. Oops. That 100% becomes, what's the new one called? Baku Slumber?
Yeah.
100% becomes Baku Slumber in the future. Not that anyone should play this deck past FF. Sync, thank you. 3 Wave Slash, just a good plus 1000 for 3. Getting off of Super Fuel is nice. I don't really have any other B power boost besides that and Nature's Power. So then for heroes, we have the 3 Shun. Just I reroll a lot in this deck. I want to open, I want to draw cards to then reroll again, so this is kind of nice to abuse that. Onto flips, 2 Deep Freeze and 3 Rock Riser. I'm just using those as general flips to, because Aquos and Ventus and Pyrus kind of don't really have any good flips besides, this and
Web snare.
Web snare's okay. What's the good?
Tiger Reflex.
Yeah, besides Tiger Reflex, but there's no reason to run Tiger Reflex in this deck. So these are just kind of good because I can. Magic Shields and Helixes are both very good right now, and also being able to stop a shield is relevant because that's what I want to give my opponent. If they have Fire Fist or on a normal shield, or a normal fist. Uh-oh. I hope I core swap enough times with them so that they can't do that, but otherwise, it's good. It's fine. But, yeah. It's the deck profile.
Tiger Reflex is actually really good if you get Baku slumbered.
You mean not at all good?
Yeah, no, it's free if your opponent Baku slumbers you.
Oh, true.
Yeah, oh, hidden tech? Oh, okay.
Whoa, but also bad.
No, it's good. For those pure aggro decks that just lose when they get stopped. There you go.
True.
Turn on your turbo.
Yeah, so the reason I liked playing this deck before Fusion Force stuff is because the two Core Swap Bois and Aqua Phi, everyone like before FF kind of was reliant on getting their bonuses from cores. Hydrus, hydranoid, those two. Those are the two good ones. Even like Pyrus Serpentis. You can prevent his dealing damage to you by getting this to go off first before the effect resolves. So it was kind of a niche way to handle those kinds of decks, and a lot of times when you just take all of their good cores, they are struggling. If they're not good rollers, they're stuck with the bad cores in front of them, or they're struggling to roll across the table to get to their good cores again, and then sometimes they'll put the bad cores back in front of you and you don't really care because you just land on it and give it back to them, or I'm a good roller and you just roll right over it. So just get good at rolling. But yeah, once FF comes out, this deck is not as good anymore because Sync exists. Whoops. Thanks, Spin Master. Thanks, Bakugan. And then some people might argue, hey, but isn't Fusion Force also getting a new core swap guy with Enoch? No, don't play that. He's really bad. 5 cost, awful B power and damage? No, don't do it. It's also Aurelus, so why would you be playing Aurelus in today's meta? Whoops. What? Hey, Tritonium, you got anything to say?
の尊いものに出会っているはずです。誰のためでもない。